Kelly Andrew, Boston-based author, recently wrote about her daughter feeling sick. She said that their Boston Terrier Henry was also upset. He kept pushing the nursery door open with his head so he could check on the little girl, and his move ended up saving her life. At one point, when she was about to get Henry out of the room, she noticed that the baby had stopped breathing. The writer mentioned getting tired of the baby's antics because he was trying to sleep, but Henry could tell something was wrong and kept pestering him. The paramedics were able to help the baby and she was taken to a hospital. According to Phoenix Veterinarian Center, dogs have around 300 million olfactory receptors in their nose compared to 6 million for humans. The part of a dog's brain dedicated to analyzing smells is about 40 times larger than ours. Dogs smell certain diseases and can sense changes in the body, which is why they are often used as service dogs for people with medical conditions and disabilities. They can sense shifts in hormone, breathing patterns, heart rate and behavior, and volatile organic compounds released by disease cells can also be detected through a dog's nose. Kelly's touching story quickly went viral, garnering more than 27,000 retweets and 230,000 likes since it was posted earlier this week. She also opened up about it during an interview with Good Morning America, explaining headbutting the door open and going into her room and standing there. And every time I shoot him away, he would go back in as soon as my back was turned. Kelly explained that she thought her baby had a cold, but suddenly it got much worse. She wasn't clearing her airway and she started to turn blue and go rigid, and she just really couldn't. She couldn't get air, couldn't get any oxygen. She continued. In an update hours later, Kelly revealed that they were home from the hospital and that the baby was much better. Thank you for all the get well wishes, everyone. The baby is much better today, and we are home with Henry, who has held the fort bravely all night, even though he is afraid of the dark. She also said that she has treated Henry as the king of the castle since the terrifying incident, which is no different than any other day. Her husband also told GMA that the pup would definitely be getting a steak in the near future.
Also, if you've not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these animal stories every day. Now, back to the story.
People quickly started responding to her post, sharing stories of their own dogs being heroes. One person wrote, "That's so scary. I'm glad your baby is on the mend." One time Hubs was out of town and our dog jumped on my chest and barked in my face until I woke up. The house was full of smoke and I had left the fireplace on and the stockings were smoldering. Our dog saved our daughter and me. When we were little, my brother would climb out of his crib down the hall and out the front door, said another. My dog woke up my parents and they found him in the driveway. Dogs are great. Animals are great. When I was a kid, I slipped into a barbed wire fence and my dog pulled me off the sled before going through it. A third tweet read. Another said, my neighbor's dog saved her life. She hit her head pretty hard and passed out. He started barking nonstop and the other neighbors thought it was really weird because he was a very quiet dog. They broke open the door and found him on the floor next to her. We couldn't figure out why my service dog came into my parents' room several times a night while sniffing my father's face and nudging him repeatedly, replied another user. They always push her away and she still circled back. She stopped as soon as he got his pacemaker. The animals can also sniff out certain illnesses and sense changes in the body, which is why they are often used as service dogs for people with medical conditions and disabilities. They can sense shifts in hormones, breathing patterns, heart rate, and behavior. Dogs' sense of smell is so subtle that they can detect the slightest change in human smell due to illness. Understanding Animal Research wrote, according to CNN, dogs bond with their family members and even empathize with them that make them want to help us in times of need. When babies look into their parents' eyes, a hormone is released in both the baby and the parent. Dr. Brian Hare, founder of the Duke University Canine Cognition Center, told them, the hormone called oxytocin can make us feel good. It creates this oxytocin loop that encourages us to protect and nurture our babies, and the same thing happens when a human and their dog look each other in the eye. He continued, dogs have basically hijacked this path that was meant to be between us and our children. So, if your dog is staring at you for no apparent reason, they don't necessarily want anything, they just hug you with their eyes.